Hello my lovely viewer, I am back once again with a 2013 fantasy horror movie titled Odd Thomas. Watch the full video to find out the interesting part and take care. As a disclaimer, this video includes my own analysis, commentary, and it's not a substitute of the full movie. Click the link below to watch. Odd Thomas was born in a small California town, and his mother is a psychic who has been sent to a psychiatric facility because her mother is suspected of having a mental illness. Thomas isn't afraid of what he can do. In fact, he sees his power as a gift, and he frequently utilizes it to rescue the living dead. One day, he sees the spirit of a young girl who was murdered. The spirit leads him to a car parked on the side of the road. It turns out the driver is the killer. In most people's eyes, Thomas is a strange boy who likes to cause problems, but he is incredibly kind-hearted towards those innocent ghosts. Every time Thomas captures the murderer before the police, a detective who knows Thomas well appreciates his assistance, so he makes a false confession to help Thomas protect his identity. Thomas has a horrible dream about being encircled by a group of faceless people in bowling shirts who are suddenly shot by a gunman. All of those faceless persons are begging for assistance. One of them carries Thomas back to his house. Thomas wakes up in his bed the next day, and knows it's a warning about how he'll die because ghosts can't speak. Thomas doesn't know much about growing up without parents. Thomas has a simple life. He works as a chef in a fast food restaurant, where the owner admires his excellent cooking skills. He's dating a girl he's known since childhood. Thomas can see not just the souls of humans, but also the terrible beings known as bodaks, which feed on bloodshed. If they gather anywhere, it implies a disaster has occurred a long time ago. Thomas has a psychic buddy as well. Bodaks discovered that he was able to see them. They then took control of a driver and drove into him. When Thomas notices a group of bodaks walking around the restaurant, he relaxes and observes them undetected. Every time a bodak came close to his girlfriend, he would carefully intervene. Soon, a bodak is suspicious of him and looks at him closely. Despite his fear, Thomas continues his task, trying not to see it. The restaurant is becoming increasingly crowded with bodaks. Thomas is aware that the killing is coming, and that many people will die. He wants to follow the bodaks after work, but is stopped by a friend named Viola, who is a single mother with 2 children. She informs Thomas that she has been having terrible dreams and asks for his assistance. She also has dreams involving faceless people dressed in red bowling shirts. He does not tell her the truth. Instead, he simply tells her to relax and everything will be okay. After saying his goodbyes to Viola, Thomas uses his psychic energy to track down the bodaks. He visits a shopping center and runs into his girlfriend, who is working there. His girlfriend is aware of his abilities, but although she is unable to see ghosts, she is willing to assist. Thomas notices some bodaks surrounding a man with yellow hair. Fungus Bob is the nickname Thomas gives to the man. Fungus Bob walks out of the mall with 2 ice cream tubs. The bodaks leave him and return to hell. According to Thomas's knowledge of bodaks, they will not leave until all of the killing and harm has been completed. Thomas, perplexed, follows Fungus Bob to a residence on the edge of the city. When Fungus Bob leaves the house, Thomas breaks in and is attracted to a wooden door. The resentment coming from behind the door is so strong that the air is almost frozen. When Thomas enters that door, he discovers a passage to hell. He flees the room as soon as he detects danger and hides behind another door. Immediately, a horde of bodaks storms out of the room through the passage. Thomas holds his breath and remains completely still. When the bodaks have all left, he calls his girlfriend and returns to the room, which is now back to normal. Thomas notices a lot of images and newspaper clippings about murders on the wall. Fungus Bob is plotting a terrorist strike tomorrow. According to the paperwork he discovers in the room. Outside the home, Fungus Bob's buddy appears. To prevent the attack from happening, Thomas escapes through a window before he is detected. When Thomas tells the detective what he found at Fungus Bob's house, the detective believes him and immediately assigns a new officer to investigate. Later that day, Thomas has dinner with his girlfriend at a church. When he sees Fungus Bob approaching them violently, he closes the gate and hides with his lover in the sacristy. Thomas manages to flee with his girlfriend and informs the detective, in the hopes that the detective would be able to keep an eye on Fungus Bob. Later, Thomas follows his spiritual magnetism to a bowling alley, where the crew wears the identical shirts as the faceless persons in his dream. He instantly dials the detective's number. Officer Simon is dispatched by the detective. Simon is unaware that Thomas possesses a special ability and believes it is a joke. Thomas, without an option, ignores the officer and goes to Viola's residence, where he asks her to recall her dream. Through connecting Viola, he sees a blurry vision, but he can't figure out where the attack will take place. Because time is running out, Thomas advises Viola to leave town right away. When Thomas is going home, he stops midway and wants to kiss his worried girlfriend. However, they hear a woman screaming. Thomas rushes towards the woman, but as he arrives, she is accidentally killed by a bald man. The bald man tells the cops that he witnessed the woman being chased and assaulted by dogs. He intended to shoot the dog, but he accidentally shot the woman. Fungus Bob owns those dogs, therefore the investigator issues an order to arrest Fungus Bob. Before leaving, Thomas hands the detective a metal pendant. He has a dream that the detective will be involved in an accident and that the pendant would protect him. When Thomas gets home, he discovers a gun on the floor. In his bathtub, Fungus Bob is shot and killed. Someone is attempting to frame Thomas for the crime. He remembers what happened before and realizes it was Fungus Bob's spirit that pursued him down at the church. Fungus Bob, in reality, has been dead for quite some time. Thomas transports the body to an abandoned prison and hides it in a gas chamber. On his way back, he notices a slew of Bodaks roaming the streets. In his entire life, he had never seen so many Bodaks. He's afraid to death. Meanwhile, a hitman rings the detective's doorbell and shoots him as soon as he opens it. Fortunately, the detective is wearing the pendant and therefore escapes death. Thomas returns to Fungus Bob's house and uses the computer to try to learn more about his partners. His attention goes to the movement in the fridge. To his surprise, he discovers some female fingers and a skull in the freezer. When Thomas is about to contact the cops, Fungus Bob's spirit emerges and seeks revenge on him. Thomas flees by jumping out the window. The house then explodes, resulting in the destruction of all evidence. Thomas will have to look for proof elsewhere. He returns to Fungus Bob's body and discovers a tattoo that matches Simon's. The tattoo pod stands for Prince of Darkness, and it represents worship of the demon. Using his psychic magnetism, Thomas races to the mall. The monitoring room's whole staff are killed with a baseball bat. Thomas knocks the killer out and removes the killer's mask. To his surprise, the murderer is not Officer Simon, but the new officer. Thomas now understands Fungus Bob has two partners. Thomas got in the way of their plan. They murdered Fungus Bob, who was being followed by Thomas, in an effort to get rid from the detective. As the new officer's girlfriend discovered the attack files, they caused an accident and killed her. Because the Bodaks aren't hovering over Simon and the new officer, it's safe to assume that they've known about Thomas's ability for a long time. They were just having fun with him. He believes his girlfriend is still in the mall. Thomas grabs a gun and rushes into the mall, where he encounters Viola, who hasn't left town. His dream is going to be real. On the roof of the mall, the gateway to hell suddenly opens. The Bodaks burst through the door and quickly take over the entire mall. Thomas is searching for Simon and hears people's screams. People rush to the gates, but all of them are locked. A masked gunman opens fire on the crowd with an automatic rifle. Despite the efforts of the Bodaks to stop him, Thomas manages to kill the gunman by firing at him. Following that, Thomas goes to the ice cream shop to see how his sweetheart is doing. He is relieved to find that his girlfriend has not been injured. He sees the new officer's dead girlfriend shouting at him before he can reunite with his girlfriend, and the Bodaks are still around. Thomas recognizes that it is not over yet. He then removes the gunman's mask and discovers that he is the bald man who accidentally shot a woman. Fungus Bob's team has 4 members, with Simon as the captain. Thomas tracks the new officer's dead girlfriend to the parking lot, where he discovers an explosive device in van. Simon, who is exiting the parking lot, is possessed by a Bodak, who forces him to shoot at Thomas. Despite being shot, Thomas drives the van out of the mall. Simon clings to the van's exterior and fires at Thomas. Thomas rushes out of the van and avoids the bullet this time. Thomas wakes up in a hospital, where his girlfriend has been keeping him company while he has been in a coma. Thomas becomes recognized for saving many people's lives, but he prefers to spend his time with his girlfriend in a romantic way. They have a nice time eating and watching movies together. The detective and his wife arrive at his door one day. Thomas is ultimately faced with the truth: his girlfriend was murdered in the mall. He is too depressed to accept reality. His girlfriend is only in this world to be with Thomas. She does not want to see him alone. Thomas, despite his heartbreak, lets his girlfriend depart. He believes he will see his girlfriend again one day. Before that, he'll take care of the living and the dead who are still alive. The movie ends here. Subscribe to watch more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like and comment to support the channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.